Yeah, I will say this is a pretty cool picture. I see Benji, I see Monroe, and I
Yeah, no,
see
it's everybody.
yeah, everyone. Hey, look at oh my god, look how short Alden is.
God, he is fucking tiny.
He's like
And he's
five
just
one.
partying with the other mages and then Ren. He's partying with fucking Faunel and Arima. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, what? Yeah, Faust is in the middle. Weirdly enough, he doesn't have like his droopy eyes though in this picture.
Huh, that is odd.
Yeah, and let's see. There's
I guess because they zoomed out and everything, they didn't really feel like doing that. I don't
yeah,
know.
and Garrick's
That,
there with Sia, Marin, Broken Ford.
well, it's like they're all going together with like who they're all with, like essentially.
Yeah, well, weirdly enough, Irving's with like the supposed like important characters.
Yeah, that's odd, I find.
Yeah, I see Sophia with Elias, Benji, and Rose. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, I like this. This is a really cool picture. Wow, what the heck? Freyr was actually designed on this game? Oh, wait, the voice actors. All right, let's see. Do I
Cool.
recognize anyone here?
Right, yeah, I was gonna say, like, do I know any of these people?
Oh, Christopher Burns voiced Lincoln. Emma Lee voiced Bianca.
Really? Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Kira Buckland voiced Stallone.
That sounds about right.
Benji Buckley voiced Benji.
Nice.
Let's
It's
see.
all
Anyone,
like you.
anyone here else? Callie Mills voiced Rose.
Alright.
See, I'm not recognizing anyone else here.
Oh, wait, Verica's voice? What the fuck? Oh, probably for crits. Yeah, actually, okay.
I'm not recognizing anyone else here. No, okay. Discord moderators. Okay, thank you. All right.
8.5.
So I think this is a perfect time to talk about talk about the game. So
I think so.
you want to go first or me?
Honestly, I'll ride yours out. You can go first if you want. I feel like you got stuff to talk about.
Okay, so I do think this is a game that is fun to play. I think I think there's a lot of I think it's a good game to play. Like if you have spare time and you have $30, or I'm not gonna. I'm gonna wait till the end about the $30 thing. I think this is a good game to play. The thing is, though, I have to say though, the story, man, I feel like there's a lot of like plot holes or retcons, and I just find that it's not strong. I think it has its moments, and the dialogue is funny at times, but it's very, very flawed, as we can see.
Yeah.
With Irving, like just randomly being the main character when other characters feel like they play a more pivotal role, and the game feels a bit buggy and unfinished towards the end of it. It's almost like Radiant Dawn's ending. Like it just feels like they just ran out of time.
That's fair.
And it's understandable because when they released this game back in 2021, they said that they were going to release it in the second quarter of 2021, and they literally released it during E3 of 2021. So they literally were just barely making the deadline for the game they released. But I feel like if they delayed it, that they would have had more time to polish this game, because we see like the end of the game is buggy and unfinished at times.
Yeah, I feel like, well, because you remember with Three Houses, like it was like pushed back repeatedly, and what do we get? We got a fucking superb game.
Yeah, and even though there are some things where the story, like, I've actually like mellowed out with Three Houses, and we've seen that there are some like flaws where they're not showing important characters or like there's stats off screen, but I can excuse those because the game and story is magnificent in its own right.
True. Plus, just like you see all the little details in it. It's like, hey, this is really nice.
Yeah,
and
like,
this game has some of that where it's like, oh, the animations, those are pretty cool. It's like the sound design, pretty damn cool. Like the sprite work, very good. I love it. And just like the designs of all the characters, I enjoy it. Some are kind of corny, Ren. But in general, I like all of them. I think that there's a few that I will forget about.
Yeah, like there are obviously some characters here that I forgot here and there, but when I see them, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember them. And like, I obviously didn't use all the characters because there's only 14 unit slots, and they give me a cast that's nearly double that number.
That is true.
But yeah, I mean, like most of the characters I did like, I will say.
Yeah, I wasn't really off-put by any of them. I was off-put more by their gameplay than anything else. Speaking of which, the gameplay of this game, I have to say, it was fun at first, still kind of fun, and towards the end, got more fun, because it's like, hey, they're trying new things, and like, doing concepts that are actually like conceptually interesting. That being said, we talked about this when we brought this up before. They weren't exactly polished, and they weren't fleshed out as much as they could have been. Like, for instance, the last boss, it's like, all right, due to his like AI and just the fact that like our units were kind of strong, pretty easy. But I think the final fight, pretty solid fight. Honestly, out of like all the like games of this nature, this is probably one of the better ones for like the final fight.
Yeah.
But like the dragon, for instance, melted it. Fucking the Akmenos fight, both of them. It's like, eh, you know.
Yeah, and like I will say,
Interesting.
like the final boss, I feel like Ethereum was a fun final boss, but the thing is though, I pretty much cheesed him.
Well, yeah. Well, you're supposed to. Where it's like, well, okay, maybe you shouldn't box him in. Like that's
Yeah,
not
I
how
don't think they took that into account.
Probably not. But it's like, oh, you like let him chase you around and like guide him away and shit. It's like, okay, that's fair. Elias got fucking schmicked first round. That was incredible.
Mhm.
And I knew it was gonna happen too. It's like, oh god, he's gonna fucking die.
But I think me giving him Yelmar's Faith was a good call, actually.
Oh, Irving? Absolutely. Yes.
But overall, like
yeah.
the gameplay is fun, and I do like the animations. But the thing is, though, that like I felt like that as long as I kept upgrading my equipment and I kept up, like on top of my units, I didn't really feel like there was much of a challenge because, as you see, like Alex, I get a lot of gold in this game, and with the gold, you either buy healing items, which the enemies already drop, and they're better than the healing items that are in the shop. Stat boosters, which cost 5,000 gold, which okay. And then there are the tier tokens, which I mainly just used my money to buy those.
Honestly, that's a pretty good idea, only because those are going to help you a lot more than stat boosters will, since they're going to give you more stats in like multiple ways. Stat boosters are going to be like, hey, +2 to this. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, which is not a problem, and I'm leveling up my units constantly each chapter.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Where it's like, if you're playing the game like efficiently, you're pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not, and it's like not because not everybody's going to have a perfect run. Not everybody's going to play this game efficiently. Just how it's going to be with every game. There are people who are more experienced with these kinds of games and are better at these kinds of games than others.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, for these, like, for that, it's fine because they have ways to work around it. They have a large cast because of it, where it's like, hey, you kind of fucked up one character, you don't really like one character, you got like 20 others to work with.
Yeah. And like there's no permadeath in this game, so and plus you get a large cast, so and plus like each character is guaranteed to have 10 other supports with another character, and possibly you're using one of those characters.
I have to be honest, I feel like I would have enjoyed this game more if it did have permadeath, but at the same time we probably would have just reset to do the shit anyways.
Yeah.
If it didn't and made it an Iron Man, then I think it actually would have been really cool, though also we would have lost like really important characters.
Yeah.
like 5 times over.
Yeah, because he did die a lot, but still, like he was still able to keep up.
He was still like MVP of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I think that overall, like the game's difficulty isn't like it could definitely be. And we also played this on the normal mode. This is not Deity mode.
Yeah.
But like normal mode, I think this is good. Deity mode will be a fun challenge, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like gonna be just stats are boosted with the enemies, like you're getting less XP.
You get less XP, less gold, and enemy stats are boosted and have better weaponry.
Okay, so then that sounds about right.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
But the thing is, and that also brings up the customization campaign, where you can basically customize how you want the campaign to be played. Actually.
True.
Like you can have the enemies have fixed stats, certain weapons.
I find that's interesting, honestly.
What?
It's like, hey, I find that interesting. Where it's like, hey, you can make the game how you want to make it. It's like you can do that. Probably not for your first run, because it'll just like kind of dilute your experience. So,
and you won't understand a lot of things.
Yeah, because there might be some things where it's like, oh, I want to take the weapon triangle out, or like the armor quadrilateral, or whatever the fuck. And it's like, all right, well, you're gonna probably take out like a key important thing here, or if you give yourself infinite money, you're gonna like not really understand money management, and therefore later on, like, okay, what equipment do I want to buy for who and shit like that. So it's like, there's that. I don't know.
Yeah, for your first run, it's not recommended, obviously, to play with like to customize your campaign.
It adds the replay value a lot, and the fact that you can play the game however you want to play at any point in time, it's really nice. And the customization in this game, I think, is incredibly
And
solid.
you can also like randomize the recruitments and or have it like reversed. Actually, I've discovered.
Exactly.
But
I
the
find
thing
that
is, you can't randomize the classes though.
that's odd. But to be fair, I feel like, hey, that's
They'd
you know
probably
what?
have
That's
to like plant like animations for every character. That, or they could just use
yeah,
generic animations.
maybe, but I think then that would just be annoying. It's like, don't bother. But I think that like that's my opinion, where it's like, okay, well, if you're gonna do that, like that's a pain, but also it would make the most amount of sense.
Hmm.
But they probably didn't want to do that, so it's like whatever.
Yeah. Also, I should
Uh,
just mention this right now. I can actually speed up the crest by pressing the A button. Like, but the thing
I
is, I'm not doing that so that we can get our thoughts out.
that's fair. It's gonna take a minute.
All
Though I
right.
think we're one.
Wait, what?
I think we're sort of winding down, but we definitely got more to say.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Which is now going to tie into my next point, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are asking: is this game worth $30? Okay, so here's the thing. This game actually was not $30 for the first week that it was released for both the PC and the Switch. They had a sale where you could get it for $25.
damn, that's nice.
But after that, the game is published by Freedom Games, and they have these sales from time to time where the game is actually going for $25.
Yeah.
I will say though, and this game came out this year for the Switch in March, and the thing is though that I feel like the timing of when it came out was very bad though.
Yeah, it had to compete with too much stuff.
Because here's the thing, it released 2 to 3 weeks after Triangle Strategy released, so already right there that's terrible.
That's horrible. That's a horrible contender to have.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I've only beaten one playthrough of that game, but after playing this game, I am so anticipating getting back into that game.
Oh, we 100% are.
And not only that, but guess what also released the week of it, Alex?
What?
Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Oh, no.
It released on the same day, so...
That's a fucking Nintendo original. Are you kidding me? You can't do that to this.
So...
Fucked up.
Now, this game has 28 chapters of gameplay, and every chapter felt fun to play. There are obviously some annoying chapters, like the Poison Temple and the River Temple, with like that slowed my movement. Or
the River Temple stuff. The Poison Temple I don't think is as bad, but I can understand that.
Mm-hmm. But there were some maps that were just atrocious slogs, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So, do I think this game is worth $30 at the time of it release this year? Back in March, I think that if you were hungry for a Fire Emblem fix and you only had $30, I think you would have gotten your money's worth. I will say that.
And then the fucked up thing is that, like, what, a month or two later, there'd be a trailer for Three Hopes?
Yeah, there'd be trailers and news that are goes for Three Hopes though.
Yeah.
But I'm not counting Three Hopes in this because that's a Warriors spinoff, so I'm not counting Fire Emblem.
It is, though I actually did get it recently. I'm probably going to play it today for the first time.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
However, if you had $60 to spend and you were really hungry for a Fire Emblem fix, I feel like, and you wanted more content, I feel that Triangle Strategy is the better pick over the two games, even though that's $60. But I think you would have gotten your money's worth for Triangle Strategy. Whereas compared to here, I think this game is fine for $25. $30 is a little bit too much, but I think it's debatable. It depends on the person and what you deem as worthy as what you think is worth $30.
Yeah, I would say that me personally, and this is somebody who like doesn't have the greatest tightest fucking strings on their wallet, I'd pay $30 for this game only because it's a fun experience that I can play more than once, and it has multiple difficulties. Sadly, no permadeath, but you know what? I can make my own permadeath out of that. I'll just stop using the fucking characters.
Yeah, there is that.
With that being said, I think that it's worth $30 because it can give you a fun experience. Even if it's not perfect, the story, don't look at it. Or do and laugh at it, because I do that. A lot of times I'll cry at it or just be incredibly fucking frustrated. But you know what? It's going to make you feel something. And that is better than a lot of games that I've played where you'll just be fucking for 30 hours just in there and wondering what you're doing with your life.
Yeah, that's like me when I play Pokemon games.
Exactly. You're just there, and it's like, I'm going through the slog for no good reason other than I bought this.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, I had fun playing this game, and I mean, I feel like that's what you should, at the end of the day, always be when you play a video game. Have fun.
Yeah. I think that the gameplay in this game is fun. I think that if you're somebody who enjoys Fire Emblem or like games close to Fire Emblem, this is a game that will be enjoyable to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely has faults in both gameplay and story. Presentation wise, it's still nice. It definitely has bugs, as we've seen, but overall, I would say worth $30 if you have it and are comfortable spending it to get this game.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have it, and who knows? You might be happy with it. It might become your favorite game. In that case, I recommend playing Triangle Strategy. That'll become your favorite game instead.
Yeah,
but
like that's the thing. Like, I think that like that's the thing because they both released the same month, and I feel like you would have a way better experience playing Triangle Strategy than this game. But that's just me. That's just me.
I don't like to compare the Saturday games as much, despite the fact that I've compared them to like just about every Fire Emblem game under the sun.
But that's the thing, though, because people are comparing Triangle Strategy to Fire Emblem, and people are comparing this game to Fire Emblem. Which
I think that this is a fair comparison to Fire Emblem, only because of the fact that it shares a lot more of it. Triangle Strategy, it doesn't share permadeath. So again,
but this game also doesn't share permadeath.
Yeah, but it also Triangle Strategy has more of a top-down sort of view. They work off of their weapon system and their class system, and also just their combat system a lot more differently, a lot more tactically, if anything. Because they have other stuff like follow-up attacks like behind and shit. The fact that every unit can really only attack once like per turn and like do that one action, whereas Fire Emblem's like, hey, you can double and shit. And also like, oh, you know, you can like just wait on enemy phase. In Triangle Strategy, like your guys are just sitting there until it's their turn. Like you don't just like you have to be tactical with instead of just throwing them out there.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason why I actually like Triangle Strategy more than this game, because this game, like, I felt like I was just bulldozing through, like, chapters for, like, no reason. Whereas with Triangle Strategy, I actually had to think about my actions because of the turn order.
Exactly.
And that's kind of why, I think that's the reason why I like Triangle Strategy and Brave Default and Octopath so much, actually.
Yes, I think that they're all very good ways that use like the hey, like
Donald Trump Jr. apparently helped with backing this game.
Good fucking gods.
Sorry, I just thought that was funny. Like that.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. We got multiple doctors here. God bless.
Yeah.
Putting that fucking MD to good use. The PhD. But yeah, no, I think that with those three games and like that sort of series in general, it's like very much of, all right, all the shit you're doing is on your phase. Everything that's on the enemy phase is really just shit you're trying to defend against, rather than like, oh, this is a chance for me to like turn the tables and like kill somebody, or it's like you walked right into my trap. It's like, no, you didn't. You're just trying to like live the enemy phase, basically.
Yeah.
Not get shit off.
So, I don't really have much to say. I mean, this was a fun game, a fun experience. Thank you for joining me, Alex.
Oh, of course. I'm always glad to. And whether it's an amazing game like Triangle Strategy, which hopefully we'll be getting back to,
we're definitely getting back into it after we're done with this. Like, this is it for now, because I'm not playing DoD mode until the future, the far future, most likely. I'm gonna after this. It's unless a new Fire Emblem game gets announced, I'm focused primarily on Triangle Strategy.
What do you mean 3 Hopes came out?
You know I don't count that.
I know. I'll tell you how it is, though. Have you played it?
I played the demo. I picked Golden Deer.
All right. When I start playing the actual game, I haven't finished the original Warriors game, but I'm jumping straight to...
You don't need to play the original Warriors game to experience this one, because they both are completely different.
Oh, I know. But it's just like, I didn't finish the last Fire Emblem Warriors game, so now I'm like playing this one.
Oh, what? Seriously? You're gonna do that to yourself?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm jumping into 3 Hopes.
Oh, thank God. Okay, because the way you were making it sound was like, okay, don't do that, please.
I feel a little bad about it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to play as Camilla for like 30 more hours. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay. Just to experience a game. I know that I'm not going to like this story. That's why I'm playing this game.
Oh, I don't pay attention to the story. The gameplay's fun though, because
I think you might like the story of 3 Hopes. I've only played like
up to the... will. Fire Emblem Warriors that in.
No, I think you will actually like the story of 3 Hopes. It's
No, that's what I'm saying. I think I will like 3 Hopes' story. It's the last Fire Emblem Warriors game. I didn't like the story.
Yeah, I don't think anyone did.
They didn't.
So you actually have a shared opinion, but it's your own opinion. So more power to you. But I haven't played the original Warriors. I probably never will. If I actually ever do plan on picking up 3 Hopes, I will actually think I like the story. From what I played so far, it seems like pretty solid.
How much do you like Awakening and Fate's characters?
I like some of the cast. Fate's characters, there are there's like I like 20% of the cast. Awakening,
Are any of the
let's
lords?
let's see.
'Cause that's like 90% of the cast.
let me see. Awakening like 15, 20%, 15 more
All right,
so.
you like any of the main characters in Awakening or Fates? Because otherwise, you're not gonna have a good time.
Let's see. Awakening main characters. No.
Oh, well, that sucks. Yeah, not even-
As far as Fates, yes, actually, I like some from the Hoshian side, and I like some from the Dorian side.
I like Ryoma and Xander. Leo's kind of neat.
Oh yeah, I love Leo. Actually, I actually marry him a lot when I play a female avatar. Actually,
He's cool. I like him.
Mhm.
Though I will say that I also try to not marry any of the fucking siblings, only because it just feels weird to me. I don't know.
Oh wait, what do you mean?
But
Like,
well, it's like because like
you're
they're
not talking
talking-
about like marrying Leo off to Camilla, right?
Hell no.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I know you can't. They're by blood.
Yeah.
But I mean, like even with Corin and shit. But that's also.
Oh
We're
yeah,
definitely-
I see what you mean.
But yeah, no. To wrap it all back up into a package that we label Dark Deity, with kind of loosely fitting wrapping. It's a little frayed at the edges, so don't worry about that. I enjoyed this game. I think that if you want to play it, you'll probably enjoy this game. And if you see me screaming about it and you want to scream about it too, then you'll probably enjoy this game in a different way.
Mhm.
And people may confuse it for things that are not enjoyments.
And there's nothing wrong with you enjoying this game. Like, I had fun playing it and also making fun of it. And you can make fun of things that you have fun with. Like, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but you can do that. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I make fun of you all the time.
Like, people
so-
think I hate this game because I made fun of it. And people think you hate this game because you made fun of, like, how everything is the main character. And there's nothing wrong with that.
That's fair. I just don't like the story that often, but I love pretty much all the other aspects of the game 90% of the time.
Yeah,
Like
same
I've
here.
mentioned it, I very much like the gameplay, and I think that a lot of they do fun stuff with the chapters, and I think that's a really cool thing
Mhm.
because not every kind of game will do that, and we've even seen that with other Fire Emblem games where not every one of them will actually try new stuff in terms of like objectives and just
Yeah,
like
and where it's just like route the enemy or kill the boss. And
exactly.
there were some chapters like that in this game, but there were other chapters that weren't like that in this game. And I do like those type of chapters.
Yeah, it's unique, it's fun, it's like hey,
it's do something interesting, do something new.
exactly. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So yeah, I did have a fun time with this game, and I do plan on doing a DD playthrough of this game where me and Alex actually rate the characters, but that is in the far future, I will say, because we
That's
have to finish up Triangle Strategy.
Yeah, I will say that in this game, it's like if you build them correctly, probably every character is viable. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Granted, it's like some are probably gonna just like with Sia. We tried, and it's like you can like probably also
I'm already planning on what ratings Sia.
Oh, I know. It's like you can like pump stat boosters into her and shit. It's like all the strength you want. I don't know if there's actually a cap on the stat boosters you can buy. I got no clue.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, we'll find out. If we try and use Sia, we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's mainly just that like some characters be more difficult to use than others, and some characters be really out of the box. And the later you get in the game, the more easy it is to just out of the box them because I mean they're already tier 2 and sometimes even tier 3. So it's like, hey,
yeah.
But yeah, no, that's about it on that. I
Mhm.
find that like the gameplay is fair most of the time, aside from like a few glitches.
Yeah, and those are towards the end game, which I can pardon because I was able to, get around those actually somehow.
Yeah, pretty much.
All
Also,
right,
damn, a lot of people. Is this like everybody in their Discord server, like all the like backers?
backers and Discord server people, I think.
That makes sense.
All
I wonder
right,
if there's after the credit.
and I think okay, so I think I've said everything I wanted to say.
I pretty much said everything. Mainly just said like, hey, enjoy this game if you want. There's really just no reason
Yeah.
not to.
Wait, is
But-
it just me or is the scene itself actually moving, like the background?
I don't think so. I'm trying to look real fucking hard, but
Yeah, same here. I can't tell.
I don't think it is. Oh no, it might be Little Bite.
Like the characters themselves, like moving, like swaying in the background.
I thought it was the clouds.
Yeah. I don't think
I'm
so.
not-
Yeah, no, maybe I'm just seeing stuff.
I guess not. It's probably just like a still painting or fucking like picture.
Yeah, which it is a good picture, we'll say.
Is. We talked about it before. We'll talk about it again. I like it, and I like the art design. Like I like the art and shit, and like all the still images that they do in this game. I think all of them are like pretty solid. They look nice. Though I will say, there are a lot of times in the story where it's just like it's so campy that I just can't help but just smile and laugh. It's fun. It is.
Yeah, and okay, I'm just fast forwarding through this. I'm not saying, yeah. Let's see. So, okay, PRST. Okay, special. Okay, these are the special thanks.
Oh, cool.
And that's it.
And I believe that is, that is it.
So, what does it take me back to, actually?
Probably the title screen, I assume. Unless it's Dark Deity 2 in the works.
I mean, they're apparently like working on the side stories of this game, where like basically they talk about what happens after the events of the main game. No, okay, title screen.
Oh, they're making a 3 of this. What that name?
All right, so yeah, everyone, that's gonna do it for Dark Deity. Yeah, I made this a separate episode, but actually giving our like thoughts on the game and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
kind of short. That's fair.
Like, you know, giving like the scoreboard and like our final thoughts on the game.
Fair enough.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for Dark Deity. So when you see us next time, we'll be getting back into Triangle Strategy. I am so looking forward to it. Alex, thank you once again for joining us.
I'm always happy, and I'm going to be even happier to go back to the Triangle Strategy.
So yeah, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. So then.